Introducing the all-new BYD Sea Lion 7, the luxury electric SUV that's changing the game. Book your free test drive today at the BYD showroom in Sheffield.
Dr. Steelhammer, Vladimir Klitschko, and Dr. Iron Fist, Vitaly Klitschko, Shannon the Cannon Brigg, and Butterbean, Cruiserweight King Jai Opetaia.
Boxing King Media with Adam Booth, a man very hard to get, but thank you for your time. Got to talk to you. I think we'll jump straight into it. Big talking point. I spoke to Barry Smith earlier and Ben Davison. They're very emotional about it, and from their version of events, the referee called break twice, and then he said arm, and then obviously Jamie TKV dropped his arm, and then in came the left hook. So I want to know what you heard in that moment, and what did you make of the decision?
I didn't hear anything, because right before David threw the left hook, I shouted, "Don't wait." And I shouted it really loud, so I only heard my own voice. And as soon as I shouted that, he threw the left hook. I didn't hear the referee. I only heard me shout, "Don't wait," because it's what I was telling him in between rounds, that just don't let him steal the rounds. Just put your hands on him now. You could see that he was starting to breathe heavily in the previous round when David was walking him down. And he knows that he'd already felt the power, and you could see that he was concerned about it. So it was a matter of time. David could have let his hands go much sooner. And when he let his hands go, it was going to end the fight. It just so happened that that's how it ended. Like I said, I didn't hear the referee because I shouted at the same time. I only heard myself. Having said that, there was some rough stuff being served up on David, and he didn't complain. He got buffed and hit. He was getting hit on the back of the head, but he stayed on his feet. And bottom line is, the first thing you are told is protect yourselves at all times. So, I want to go back. I want to see if the referee did say break. If he did, then it's one of those things.
I watched the video that Ben showed me. He did say break twice, and then he said something arm, and then he slapped TKV's arm, and then in came the left hook. But I did also say to Ben about protect yourselves at all times. I think for what Ben told me, that rule apparently is advisory only.
It's what?
It's advisory only. It's your advice.
Things happen, right? I've been in a fight where my fighter slipped at the end of the round. The referee gave it a knockdown, and it turned the course of the fight. These things happen in boxing. You have to defend yourself at all times. In the change room beforehand, we were told clearly that if you've got one hand free and the other is being clinched, keep working. Look at it. He had one hand tied up and one hand free. Like I said, I didn't hear the referee say break. Maybe he did. I don't know, because all I heard at the time was my own voice. But it's all history now. And whether it happened like that, David was going to win by stoppage. And for me, that's the bottom line. I'm happy with the win. It's a shame that it's happened this way. And if the referee, like I said, if the referee did say break and Jamie switched off because of that, then that's a shame. But that's boxing.
I did also point out there was a moment earlier in the fight where it was the other way around. I think the referee called break, so Jamie threw the right hand, which was like a scuffing shot, but obviously it carried on from that moment.
Scuffing shot on the chin. But like I said, it was going. David was also complaining about something stinging his eyes, and it was rough. It was dirty, and ultimately the fight ended in the fashion that the fight had sort of happened.
You've been in boxing a long time, so I want to get your opinion. Do you see the British Boxing Board ordering an immediate rematch? Potentially, they will say no contest or disqualification, and they are going to appeal it. What do you think from your experience?
It's up to them. Okay, you got the win.
What do you think the board will do?
I'm not going to try and preempt what their decision will be. It will be what it is.
Okay, last thing I want to ask you, what do you make of Ben Whittaker joining Andy Lee as his good move?
Good move, yeah. Because Andy's got a lot of experience and a lot of wisdom, and he knows how to impart it as well. And I think their characters and their personalities should work quite well together.
What changes do you think he can do to overturn the way the first fight was going?
Just understanding how to go about the job. Ben's a phenomenally naturally gifted boxer, and in the first fight he didn't use that. And I'm pretty sure that Andy will just get him back to doing what he does naturally and just probably be winning the rounds quite clearly.
There were some rumours that he was going to be joining your stable. Was there any truth in that?
No, we spent a few days together, and he went around with some different coaches, and Andy had called me and told me that he'd been with Andy, and really nice fella. We spent some good time together, and the choice that he's made, I think, is the right one.
Last question for you. How did you score the fight up until the stoppage there, Adelaide TKV?
Jamie was probably nicking it. He was using up most of the energy to do so. David was hesitating to let his hands go. And I know what David can do. I know he's got world-class hands, he's got world-class power. And this is another step on his journey to fulfilling his potential.
Indeed, Mr. Adam Booth, thank you for your time. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.